Bro, this guy he was an idiot. How about that? Guy was an idiot. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to my first ever Q&A. I've been really wanting to do this for a while now, but I've never really had enough attention or anything to actually do it. But this year has been really great, and I feel confident enough that I can actually have fun with and make this entertaining. I'm really excited to answer these questions. I'll let you guys know more about me. And on the streams, I've been talking more about myself as well as the game I've been playing. So I just wanted to let you guys know more about me as opposed to the persona I really put on online. I really want to let you guys know more about me, so I guess what we should do is actually start the video. Alright, so I did this anonymously for straw page, so people will be asking like anything that they want without a name attached. Okay, for question 1, we have, do you enjoy making content? I really do. I've had a lot of fun with it over the last few years. And I'm really excited to see where it goes like in the future. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun to work with and to just do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people that I've worked with, and it's been a lot of fun to do that. But yeah, I really do enjoy content creation online. Alright, for question number 2, we have, how is Sal doing? Sal's actually doing pretty well. She's sitting to the left of me right now. And yeah, she's been doing pretty well. She turns 2 in February. She has the same birth month as me, so that's pretty cool. I'll probably put a picture of her up, but yeah, she's been doing pretty good over the past few years because she turns 2. I just said that. She's been doing pretty well. We celebrated her first birthday in February of this month. What am I talking about? In February of this year. And I think I posted that picture of her on Twitter that day. I'm not actually sure because I think my Twitter got taken down this year. But yeah, she's been doing pretty well. I post pictures of her pretty frequently on Twitter, in my Discord, things like that. But yeah, she's been doing pretty well. For question number 3, we had, what do you want your future in streaming to look like? I really want to do more collaborations, things like that. I want to be more consistent with my streaming. And I really just want to be able to make it something that I'm able to turn into a career and still have a lot of fun with. And I'm really grateful for all the people that have actually like helped me get to the point that I am at right now. But I still want to grow a decent amount. For question number 4, we have, would you rather get 1 McChicken every day or have 2 salads? I'll be honest, I'd rather have 1 McChicken a day. I can barely manage 1 salad. And yeah, I can barely manage the 1 salad that I have. So I would do 1 McChicken every day because a girl's gotta eat. I don't know. For the next question, we got, do you got SpongeBob Big Guy pants? Yes, I do. Thank you for that amazing question, whoever sent that in. The next question, we got, how many lobsters can you fight off before you get overwhelmed? That's a very interesting question. Let me get close to the camera for this one. I think I could handle, going up the list, I could handle at least 4. If it's like hand to hand, I could do 4 because I can just be kicking them away. If I had a weapon of some sorts, if it's a baseball bat, I can handle probably 20 of them, just like consistently hitting them. If I had a gun, I can handle maybe 100 of them, depending on what kind of gun it is. Amazing questions, whoever asked this one. I love it. For the next question, a really, not serious one, but for the next question, why do you not show your face? So I have shown my face online a little bit, but it's more, I prefer to keep my personal life and my VTubering, like, persona kind of on different sides of the internet. Obviously, like, my IRL, like, is a terrible person. That's not what I mean by different sides of the internet. I more mean, like, I try to split them because I, in the past, on some other, in a past life, on a past content creation life, I had not separated that, and I was the same. I tried to be the same person, both online and on my personal account and stuff like that. and it did not work out at all. That I don't really show my face just because I want there to be a solid line between who I am as a creator and who I am in real life. For the next question, we have, will you do any watch-alongs? A few years back, for Halloween, I did, the actual Halloween movies, like the ones named Halloween with Michael Myers and stuff. I did a full watch-through from Halloween, the one in the night, and the fact, I can't speak, the one in the 1900s, that sounds weird, like, in the 1900s, whatever. And then the newest one, I think it's the Halloween ends, Halloween dies or something. So I did a watch along, a decent amount of time ago. No one really showed up to it, that was the thing. So in the future, I think I definitely want to do that again, because it was a lot of fun to do. Yeah, I do want to do it again, but I haven't had the best experience with it. How did you come up with your VTuber persona? Amazing question, and I'm gonna answer it. So, basically, you guys know my friend, Katie. I'll pull her up on the screen. So Katie, a very nice girl. So one day, I wake up. I'm waking up at like, this is not the best time of my life. I'm waking up at like 8 p.m. going to sleep at like 11 p.m. So I'm waking up, and she goes live, and I hadn't gone live in probably a year. So I was like, dude, I really want to start streaming again. So I was like, you know what? Because I'll put a picture of my old VTuber over right there. It's very basic, very human-esque. So I was like, I want to like make my VTuber someone more like mythical, like something that I can have fun with. So I changed it from being a basic human being to this like green fairy type thing. And it was more spur of the moment. I won't lie to you guys. It was like a spur of the moment decision. I'm like, I want to make my VTuber something interesting and go live. I want to go live tonight. So I went live that night. I'd made my VTuber maybe like 2 hours earlier. If I go live, and I streamed The Last of Us, and that's really when SadSallyTV started. Because before that, my username was super long. It was, hi, my name is Sally. It was this one thing. Hi, my name is Sally. All that was my username. And then, like, a year later, I thought, dude, my username cannot be this long. So I took the name Sally, because that's my online name, took the name Sally, found something to put in front of it, did Sad Sally, and then that's obviously taken everywhere. So I just put TV at the end, which was like twitch.tv, whatever. So I had SadSallyTV. That's really how it all started. It was like spur of the moment, like, I want a cute persona, but I don't want it to be like a normal human being. I want it to be something more mystical, magical. Moving on to the next question. How different are you from your VTuber character? I'm Diesel, he definitely is my VTuber character. Obviously, I don't have green hair. I do have glasses though. And that's actually, I have glasses. I got contacts literally days before recording this. But no, I do not have gray hair. You can see by my like eyebrows, my hair is naturally brown. It's always been naturally brown. I know what I'm saying is, my hair has always been brown. It's like a dark brown. Then my hair is more curly than this. This is like, it's like straighter. It has like some bunch, but not really. And obviously I'm not a fairy in real life. I wish I was, but I'm not. But no, and decently different, but same personality, same everything. Okay, for the next question, what's something people assume about you that isn't true? I should say, there's been quite a few people that just because I'm a VTuber, they've automatically put me off as being weird, being like doing a bait, being like mean. I've never heard that, but people have thought that I was gonna be mean because I'm a VTuber, and that's like not the case whatsoever. I'm a very positive person who tries to spread positivity as much as I can. I don't know like where these rumors came from. Also, my friend Callie, she has an organization called Illusion. And sometime this year, I had left it, just because of like differences in like how severe I am and stuff like that. And I absolutely left the Illusion team. And but someone had started a rumor that, because when it went, their like managers, his name is Team. Again, people started rumors that I hated Teeb. I do not hate Teeb at all. I made a tweet about this. I do not hate Teeb at all. I never have and probably never will. Teeb is a very nice guy, and I don't know where that came from. But yeah, that's something, I don't know where that came from, but people had said that. Next question is, this year, what's a moment that you're really proud of? Probably in my personal life is, not really certain. I went to see a lot more movies this year. I really like going to the theater just to see movies. But I saw Hamilton this year. That was really good. It was like live, like it was like Broadway. That was really fun. But then for content creation, I finally monetized my channel, and that's been a lot of fun to do. I finally monetized my channel like I was wanting to for the last 2 years. The first ever thing I bought with my Twitch check was a mini fridge. I think I have a picture of that, and if I do, I'll put it right there. But yeah, I was really proud of being able to get monetization this year. Actually, no, hold on. I've had monetization for a while. I just never, put in the information to actually get it. But I'm glad I finally did this last thing. All right, for the next question, we have a very good one. Have you ever thought about quitting content creation? Yes. No, I'm kidding. No, I really haven't. There was a certain amount of time that was very dark, because it was like, I think previously this year was by last year, I was thinking about rebranding my channel as Nika TTV, and that went horrible. Nobody recognized me. There was my viewership dropped to like 1 or 2 people a stream, and just nobody knew who I was anymore. Because I'd also changed my VTuber model. I used to have like shorter hair, and then I changed it to longer hair, and nobody really recognized who I really was anymore. So that was a really dark time. I thought about quitting because I didn't know that I could change it back. Eventually, I was able to change it back to SadSallyTV. As you guys know, that's what I'm under now. But there was a certain period where I was thinking I might have to quit making content because it's just not working out. For the next question, we have, what's the most rewarding part of making stuff? With no F at the end. But no, I appreciate the question. I think the most rewarding part of making stuff is I get to make a lot of people happy, and that's what really matters to me. It's never been about making money. It's never been about how can I be the best creator I can? How can I get invited to all these events and stuff? It's more been, how can I make somebody's day better? How am I gonna be able to wake up today and make somebody smile? That's been most of why I do this. And the fact that I've had at least a few people reach out and tell me that they were having a bad day or something and my stream had made their day better, that's what truly matters at the end of the day, is that I can make their day better. I can make someone's day better. What does a perfect day look like for? I think a perfect day for me would be waking up and making breakfast and just sitting down all day and getting to talk to my friends and maybe go out. If it's a new movie every day, going out and seeing a new movie. Because I love, no matter what it is, I love going to see movies at the movie theater. And then basically after that movie, just coming home, having dinner, and basically just talking to my friends. This sounds really corny, but like talking to my friends is such an important part of my life. If it's real life, if it's IRAs, if it's online friends, no matter what it is. It all really matters to me, and I think that's what my perfect day would be. We have another question. What's your New Year's resolution? I think my New Year's resolution will probably be eating healthier which I think everyone says every year, but eating healthier and focusing on your mental health. And I want to make more content in 2026. I want to be able to make more content. Basically just improving my life. It's really crazy, I know, but improving my life as much as I can. That's really my resolution. This is like the same questions earlier, but what do you look like in real life? There's pictures of me online. Don't go hunting for them, but there's pictures of me online. I truly don't think it doesn't really matter what I look like, especially if I already am showing you what I want you to really see, like as a VTuber. There's no point in really going out and like hunting down what I look like. I wouldn't care if you knew what I looked like, but still, it's kind of invasive. Next question. What's the first thing you get at Thanksgiving? And then in quotations, food. The first thing I would get at Thanksgiving, no question asked, would be deviled eggs. I absolutely love deviled eggs. And I don't know why. I didn't like them as a kid. And then the moment that I turned like 14 or 15, for some reason, that was my favorite thing ever to get at these family reunions, like any family reunion that they bring in deviled eggs to. That plate is gone by the end of the party, dude. I love deviled eggs so much. Don't know why. Probably never will know why, but I really love deviled eggs. I don't know why. For the next question, what's a sign you've learned to recognize that it tells you it's time to slow down? What I'm getting a lot more hate than normal. Hate doesn't really get to me because I recognize these people are just genuinely unhappy with who they are as a person, so that should not affect me. But really what I'm getting more hate and my growth is getting outside the audience that I needed to. But that tells me like I need to slow down on these videos or I need to slow down on these streams, things like that. Just to make sure that I don't have a hateful following. Because I really need my community to uplift people as I do. So I think that that's something that I find really important, that it tells me it's time to slow down and maybe cut down on some social media and just be myself and not care what other people think. Next question is, what's a video idea you really want to make but held back on because you weren't sure how it will be received? A video idea that I really want to make is stories from my past. But I don't think anyone would really care about these sad stories. There was this one story about how I went to the ER because I broke my chin on a toilet. That's why I put a little scar on my VTuber's chin. But I don't really think I really want to make that video, but I truly don't think anyone would really care to see it. So I haven't made it at all. But it's a really fun concept I want to do. What's a game or trend everyone seems to love that you just don't really get? There was just one game at the Game Awards. Expedition 33. I'm so serious. I had never sorted this game. I had never seen this game. No one ever talked about this game. Well, they had been talking, but I never saw it before that night. And I was so surprised by like how many people will love this game. And I'm glad that they like seeing it. I've just never seen him before. But yeah, I never, and especially a few years back with Baldur's, it was Baldur's Gate 3 or something. I had never heard of that game before the night that I started winning a bunch of awards. I looked into it after, and it's a good game. But I'm really looked into Expedition 33, and I saw apparently that they were like using like AI in their game or something. I'm not sure what that was, but yeah, and I'm sure it's a good game. I just never heard of it. For the next question, we have, what's something about creating content that surprised you once you were already deep into it? I think the thing is that growth is a lot smaller than you think, especially at the start, and especially if you take long breaks like I do. I shouldn't be taking these like 2-week, 3-month long breaks, especially when I changed my name and I didn't stream for like 9 months because I didn't want to stream with that name. But really, growth is super small, especially when you start or take a pause. I need to be more consistent with my content, and that'll help with my growth a lot. But yeah, that did surprise me that I thought that even after these breaks, I would still have good falling. I do have a good fall, but it's taking all these breaks doesn't really help. The next question we have, do you think your audience understands you better now than they did a year ago? I think that my audience is they know me pretty well at this point. But I think that I do keep a lot of things about my life personal. I think if they know me better than they did a year ago, definitely, but not much has happened in said a year. I think that this video is going to help a lot of people to learn more about me, and it'll help so I can show people, hey, if you ever need to know anything about me, it might be in this video. But I think that they do understand me better than they did a year ago. What's a mistake that you made early on that you're kind of glad happened? Well, this is a tough one, not because there's a lot of options, but because there's not a lot of options. I think, learning, because I didn't have many stream friends when I first started, so I kind of had to learn how to build myself up as opposed to playing games with my friends on that. I didn't have any mods, I didn't have anyone to really learn from that I can talk to directly. So I had to search the internet and things like that to find out, how do I do this in OBS? How do I make my model better? How do I improve my voice model? How do I do all these things? And really, I think that helped me build my character, and I've been able to help a lot of people on their growth on social media. Because I help a lot of my friends make their content and stuff like that. Not because I'm I need to get a chunk of these guys' credibility, but because I want to make sure that they don't have as rough of times I did when I was first starting out. But yeah, I think that's something that I'm glad happened early on, even though it was a little bit tough back then. When do you feel most like yourself creating content? I think when I'm able to talk about things like this, talk about me myself, that makes it a lot easier to feel more like myself. And especially when I go off on rants on streams that I know is probably not related to the game or something now, but it's nice to be able to talk about oh, I really like this, or I really dislike this. And especially on that new Pokemon DLC, I talked a lot about how, because it is something I would not done years back, I would have just been like, oh yeah, this is so great. But being able to talk about things like, I did not like this part of the story, I did not like this, I did not like that part. As it's been really nice to be able to just put out my genuine feelings. Because back then, it always felt like you were one word away from the whole internet saving you. And it still is kind of that way, but it's been a lot easier to talk. And the next question we have, what's a boundary you learned you had to set to keep going? Definitely not showing my face online, because I got very weird comments about that on my older channels, but not showing my face online, not really putting my personal life on with my streaming life. It's been a big boundary, a big boundary to put those not next to each other, because it requires me to have a different social media presence from my personal life and my online life. But I think it's definitely worth it to keep those separate, because my mental health has never been better than when I split those up. And even though it can be kind of lonely sometimes, being a content creator and none of my range or anything know about it, it's been really freeing to be able to talk about things, and then you don't have people in real life being like, dude, I can't believe you talked about that, and that's your actual opinion, all that. But it's been really nice to have them separate. The next question, was there ever a moment you almost quit that people don't really know about? No, but there is a moment that I almost quit that a lot of people do know about. And it was going back to what I said earlier, when I rebranded as my TTV. That was really I didn't really know what to do, because no one came to my streams or anything, and I had a completely different name, and it was just a really difficult time because I didn't really know like how I could handle that. And I'm getting a little bit emotional, but it's fine. I don't even care, guys. No, that was a difficult time, but I think a lot of people know about that since it was really public. What's a compliment from a fan that stuck with you longer than expected? I don't really have a compliment from a specific fan. First of all the compliments really stick with me because there's a lot of nice people in my community. But there's no specific compliment, but there was like a hate comment. Not like a really bad hate comment, but it was some stupid, and it sticks with me, and I still think about it. Cause I was streaming Minecraft. It was like my first stream back after like a year, and I was streaming Minecraft. And it was, I'll find the comment, don't worry about it. And I'll pull it up right there. But it was something so stupid, I still think of it. Dude like spelled that wrong, I think. Bro, this guy he was an idiot. How about that? Guy was an idiot. For the next question, I think we're halfway through. For the next question, how do you decide when feedback is worth listening to versus ignoring? I think that a lot of times people will disguise like constructive criticism. They'll disguise like genuine hate as constructive criticism. This doesn't really happen a lot, and that happens with like people I don't know, where they're like, "Oh my god, wait, your VTuber model is kind of ugly." Like, dude, that's not constructive criticism, bro. That's just hating. Feedback that I get, I kind of have to run through my head a few times. Like, is this genuine, or is this like this person secretly like not plotting on me, but like, is this person being genuine? That's really how I decide. The next question: what part of your personality doesn't come through on camera as much as you wish it did? I'd have to say, I really wish that, if I was doing more vlogging, then that would probably help. But I really wish that I was able to show how much more this sounds so cocky, but how I love to gifting is my love language. That I really want to be able to show. I love giving stuff and I love helping other people. Then I obviously can't do that stream very much. That's I try to be as positive as I can, but I can't really just start giving people stuff on stream because that doesn't really make sense. I can't pull out my credit card and gift someone $1,000. I don't have $1,000 here, but I can't walking to one of my friend's house and then give them something credit live on stream because I can't. Period. I just can't do that. That's not how it works. But that's something that I really wish I could sell more that I'm not able to. What's a habit you're still trying to break as a creator? Taking these breaks. That's something that I definitely need to work on more. Especially with when I changed my name and I didn't want to stream until I changed it back. That was a 9-month stop in content. And that's just genuinely not okay for me to do. And I get that now. And so I still will take a month. Maybe I'll take a month off to decompress after streaming. But that's the thing. I'll stream 6 days in a row. And then I'm gonna stream for a month or two. And I'll come back and I'll stream a few days in a row. And then I won't stream for a few months. That's something I really need to be more consistent. I don't know if that's streaming for less time, but streaming of less time on one stream, so then I can put that energy into multiple. So I try to hit 2 hours every stream. I know some of my friends who they stream for 1 hour a day, and then they stream for 5 days every week. And that's something I want to be able to do, but I still want to. I also need to focus on academics because I'm still in school, but I want to be able to make more content and still I don't want to take as many breaks. That's really the big habit. It's just taking all these consistent breaks. I'm I don't need to be doing all that. Our next question is, do you ever feel pressure to be on when you're not recording? Sometimes, for example, when I'm a guest on another stream, I obviously try to be my persona self. But then sometimes I'm just not. Sometimes I'll join and I'll be more like, yo, what's up? How you doing, kid? And then I'll be like in the background like that. Where obviously I'm more, not loud, but like I'm more animated in my own stuff. And I just wanna like be able to, I try to be as positive as I can, but sometimes I can get doled out with things like that. Not really much pressure, but more like if I realize that I'm not like acting up to a certain energy, like with other people, I try to be like, oh crap, I need to be higher up on my energy. Or really, not really. No, not really. For the next question, it's what's a creative risk you thought that paid off more than you actually thought it would? I really haven't taken that many creative risks. I think that my biggest one was my first ever video that I edited. God, it's so bad. It's still in my things I edited playlist on YouTube. But it was a horrible video. I'm still amazed that Katie let me post that on her channel. Maybe that's the reason she never posted anything else on that channel. But I'm joking. But really, that's the thing that got me into editing and made me realize, oh, I really like both making my own content and editing for other people. And even in my new video, like on my second channel, that's more of like a playground for me to like try stuff. And I recently posted a clip dump, and I've done it like 2 months in a row now. But one of my clip dumps was in, I think, November, and then this one was for December. Obviously, we're at the end of December now, so I posted the clip dump. But I'm really starting editing publicly, even if it wasn't really good. That helped me find more people that were like, oh, I really like this style of editing. Do you want to like help work with this? I was like, yeah, sure. And obviously my early editing jobs were not very high quality. I'd like to think that my new ones are decently quality, but really it just depends in the eye of the beholder, I think. Does that make sense? Like, does eye of the beholder mean to whoever watching it? Whatever. I think that I do pretty good editing now, and I've gotten more opportunities, but really that first ever video maybe my career should have ended there. For the next question, we have, what is a question you wish more people asked? A question I wish people more, I can't speak. The question I hope people ask more is, like collaborations. I really love doing collaborations. I did a collaboration a few years back with Tori, and then I did a collaboration with Nullify, and these collaboration streams and videos. I did a collaboration stream with Ponder. That was really cool. Really showing up in me streams has been so much fun, and in these videos it's been so much fun. And I really hope that 2026 gives me the opportunity to work with more people and to edit more videos, like with other people. Even if it's on my channel with other people, that's really fun. If it's on someone else's channel, then I'm just in it. That's also really fun. Mostly because I don't have to edit those ones. But no, but it's really, I really hope that I get to do more cameos and collaborations. For the next question, do you like fan art? I absolutely love fan art and fan creations and everything like that. Well, the thing is that no one ever makes it. Nobody ever, I think I've only had maybe 2 pieces of fan art ever made of my character, and they were both by Pluto. Then I'll pull them up right there. These are I love these pictures, and I used them as my thought picture and banners for so long. And it's just, I really wish more people made like fan edits or fan videos, or just these more content that isn't official by me. I love watching anything that has me in it, because it helps show me that in this community, they really care for me, and that means a lot to me. And when they make these pieces of art, it hits me really, really deep in the heart, and lets me know I'm glad I'm able to make these things for these people. All right, moving on to the next question. what's a piece of advice that you ignored at first, but later realized was right? Really, I'd say that like growing takes time. And that's something you never want to hear. You never want to hear, oh, don't worry, you'll get it one day. Why one day, bro? Give it to me in one day. Give it to me tomorrow. I need to be famous by tomorrow. But really, that's never gonna happen. And you have to take it slow. And I realized that even with a small community, I'm happy. It's nice to be able to know everyone individually and get to talk to them individually. And in one day, when I do get bigger, I'm excited for that day to come, but I'm never gonna forget these people that helped me get to the place I'm at. Next question is, do you think your content reflects who you are now or who you used to be? I think that I'm more socially am as a person now because I'm more consistent on Twitter and I want to be consistent on Instagram, but I don't really use Instagram. I have an Instagram that I haven't used in years, but I think that it really shows the kind of person I am now. You can go back and see the person I used to be. I'm not a different person at all. I'm still as kind and things like that as I was back then. But really, I think that the slowly growing, I think that it still shows the kind of person that I am. As for our next question, we have a what's a behind the scenes moment that perfectly sums up being a creator for you. I'd have to say everything breaking all at once. Because there was this one stream, I don't remember what it was, but there was this one stream where my voice glitched out and you couldn't hear me at all. And then my VTuber mono glitched out, and then my game crashed. And none of my alerts were working, none of my chat was working. It was a horrible, I'll be honest, but I just wanted to go hide in a home. After that, it was a horrible time. But really, it's those kind of things that you have to realize. And these kind of things happen. And I have to be kind of okay with that. Just knowing these things can happen at any time. It's not really a big deal. You just have to keep moving on after you fix them. But that really sums up the kind of thing that can happen. The next question is, what's something you've learned about yourself through making content? Before I started making content, which was years ago, I've been making content for so long at this point, I don't even know. I can't tell with you a time that I stopped. No, there was a 2-year gap. But anyways, here's not the question. What's something you've learned about yourself is I learned that I really do enjoy making people smile. I talked about this earlier, but I realized it's never been about how many fans I have or the amount of viewers that I have or the amount of money that I'm making. It's really about how many people can I make smile through this content? How many people can I hope for a better day through all this? And I think that that's becoming rare in the content creation scene. There's a lot of people that just make content for money. And really, I think that's fine, but you can't just be making money for content and at the moment that someone reaches out saying oh my god, you helped me out so much. There's one thing where it's parasocial. There's another thing where it's just basic, they're giving you basic respect and saying, I really love your content, you are so helpful to me. And that person blowing them off okay, I don't care. What? No, it's really about being as kind as you can be and making sure that you're able to support your audience. Okay, next question. Is there a type of video you'd make just for yourself even if it's flopped? This is kind of similar to the question earlier. I talked about school stories and stuff. That's school story, just stories in general. But really, if I was going on a different route, like that, I made, it was a more serious, few videos I made. It was about personal life, and it was the first ever video I posted. I posted 2 videos on that. First ever video I posted was about what is life like behind the scenes of being a smaller creator. And it was a lot of fun to just spit all these things out and let the people who cared knew. I can't speak. Let the people who care know about that kind of thing. But no one really watched that stuff, so I was you know what? I'm just gonna take this down. It doesn't matter. I got the 2 people that I wanted to see it. There wasn't to be more specific, but like I wanted some people to see it, to know more about me. For the next question, it's what's the hardest part about balancing your quantity and privacy on it? I think that the hardest part of balancing them is really just making sure that you don't give away too much about your personal life, but you also don't hide all these things. Like, obviously, I keep my identity private. Obviously, I keep my voice and face private. And that really helps. I can be anyone, that period. I can just be anyone online. And that's the kind of fun part about it, is it lets me explore things without having like my face and voice attached to it. Now, there are things that I'm obviously sharing that, like, if someone from my life like saw it, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's Sally, whatever. Like, for example, I show my cat, I show my realm, I show like these kinds of things. And it's really just you show people a part of your life that it's not you're giving away with your identity, but it's more you're giving away what you care about, who you care about, things such as that. And I think that that's really important. It's a really important balance that you gotta learn over. And that can take years, and it took me years to realize I can share this part of my life, but this is something I want to keep more private, so I'm not gonna share this. For the next question, we have, what's a fear you had starting out that didn't actually come true? I think that a lot of people, they talk about haters so much, and they talk about all these negative people, but you realize once you actually start making stuff, you realize there's not very many that happens, and even when it does happen, it's extremely rare. And you just gotta learn that even if it does happen, it doesn't really matter. People will be unhappy no matter what you do, and you can't affect them. You can't really do anything that changes your mind, and you just have to learn. There are a lot of people online that do really enjoy what I do, and this one person who is just saying stuff, they don't really matter in the sense of like my community. And this is like once a year, you'll see this thing, and it's like, oh my god, wait, should I quit? No, man, no, you're doing absolutely fine. Don't let this one person a year ruin your mental health. For the next question, we have, how do you personally define success now compared to when you started? Right, something like that. When I first started all these years ago, I thought, okay, if I want to be successful, what I have to do is I have to get a silver play button, and I have to be able to make this my full-time job, and I have to do all this kind of stuff. But once you're truly into it, you are what really matters, and it's different for everyone. But for me personally, what truly matters to me is that I'm able to have a community full of people that are loving and supporting, and they're supportive of other people and other communities. And being able to like show them like things such as like being able to go into other communities and be like, hey, this is my community, and like they're nice and stuff like that, and there's not hate in my community. There's not hatred, and that's something that it really helps me know I'm being successful in what I'm doing. And also, there's these little things like getting affiliate. That's something that someone would say. And it's like standard, like, oh, you're being successful. But it's not truly that. It's more, I know I've worked so hard for this. And even after waiting like years to finally do it, the success has really never died down. It's more, I'm glad I was able to do this, even if it wasn't years back. I'm so glad that I was able to do this. And that's what's important to me personally. For the next question, we have, what's a small win that meant more to you than a big milestone? No, I think that the big milestone that I have in my content creation journey has definitely been getting affiliate on Twitch. But I think that a small win that meant more than that was a few years back, I got invited to this thing called the Streamer Summer Sale. I think that's what it was called. And I got to, and it's like a charity organization. And what they do is you stream, and then the proceeds that you get from streaming and like donations, they go to this charity, and then they build these little, like, they build these portable carts that go into like hospitals and stuff like that. So even kids who are in the hospital are still able to find like access to video games and things like that to help take their mind off the situation that they're currently in. And that's something that has really been, it's been something super big that they reached out to me and they thought, hey, and this girl seems pretty nice, so we would love to have her reach help with this kind of thing. And that's something that's always been so big to me, and I'm so glad that they were able to do. For the next question, we have, do you ever feel boxed in by expectations, and how do you handle that? Not truly. I think that I'm able to help define who I want to be myself. Obviously, there's like, oh my god, this other creator's doing this, I should do this as well. And obviously, most people aren't immune to that, and like, oh, I'll jump on. That's why they make trends. Like, I'll jump on to trends sometimes. And it's really just been, I don't really let other people control me how I want to feel and how I make my own stuff in the ways that truly matter. Like, I'm not, like, if I want to make a video, I will make said video. And if I don't want to make a video, I'll tell myself, no, this is not something that I want to do and that I'm doing for myself. So not really. I don't really ever feel boxed in by expectations, but there are certain points where I catch myself slipping and I have to tell myself, you have to do what you want to do and you don't just follow what other people expect from you. For the next question we have, what's something you're proud of that numbers don't really show? Probably the amount of people that have reached out to me directly and asked me questions like, how do you do this? Or you've made my day a lot better. Or just like talking to me one-on-one, messaging me one-on-one. I don't think people really know how much that means to someone like me. And it means truly a lot to the people that reached out to me and have said like, oh my god, you made my day so much better. How did you do this in your OBS? Or how did you do this in this video game? And I love being able to talk to people and being like, oh my god, thank you for reaching out. This is how I was able to do this or this or this. That's something that it's never been public. It's never been anything about publicity. It's more been like, I myself am super proud of this. And that's what really matters, is that I'm able to help people. The next question we have, what keeps you creating on the days where it feels pointless? So really what I do is I have a very great group of friends that I talk to, and they can really help me out with my motivation. They're like, I don't really want to do this today, and they'll still sit here at me and they'll be like, even when you don't feel like it, you still gotta push through it and make sure that you're not letting other people down by not doing what you intended on, because that's something that I stick to, is that if I say I'm gonna do something, even on the days that I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to do this at all, oh my god, I'm so tired, I still think, I've told people that I'm gonna do this, so what matters is that I'm still gonna be able to cook. I'm still gonna make it. Even if I don't truly feel like it, I'm like, you know what? I think that when I look back on this in the future, I'm gonna be happier that I spent the time to make it and then be done with it, than to put it off and then look back and like, oh my god, I should have done that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's something that it really helps me out to have a good group of support. And I really hope that you guys have that as well. That's something that I think is really important. For the next question, we have, what's a lesson you've learned the hard way that you warn new creators about? Something that I would want to warn new creators about is don't stress too much. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You need to do what you want to do, and you don't let other people define who you are. You really just need to be able to do things for yourself and not to please others. And I know literally on the last question, I said that I don't want to let other people down. But it's completely different than that. It's not that what I'm talking about right now is not, you don't want to do a piece of content but you still do it because you'll look back and regret not doing it. It's more if you're starting out and you say, oh my god, I'm gonna stream every day for 1 hour. If you miss one day a week, you're not gonna look back on that in the future and say, oh my god, I'm so mad I missed 1 day a week to prioritize my mental health. You're gonna look back and say, oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I listened to my brain and my health, and that I was able to make the rest of these days worth it, and I was able to just relax on these other days. And also things like, you don't need to know where you're going, like, from the start. That was something that I really, tried too hard with at the very start of my content, was I wanted to be part of all these different groups. I wanted to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna be a really good Fortnite creator, I'm gonna be a really good Minecraft creator, I'm gonna animate, I'm gonna do all these things. You need to have to start, at least. You need to think, what do I truly want to start out with? And if that works out well, then yeah, you can spread out. Like, I used to only do Twitch streams, but now I'm doing Twitch streams and sometimes these YouTube videos. And it really just, you need to take it slower than you would anticipate, and that's what truly matters. For the next question, we have, this is a good one. Do you think you've changed more as a person or as a creator? It depends on really the time span. If you're asking in the last 5 years, I think I'm definitely changed more as a... No, that's still hard. If you're asking in the last, year, then it would definitely be as a creator, because nothing's really changed in my life as a person. But if you're asking in the last 5 years, I'd definitely say that this is a very intense time in my life. Not in, a bad way, but in a, there's so much changing in these last few years, especially through COVID and all that. I think I definitely changed more as a person in the last 5 years, but more as a creator in the last year, because content creation is always changing, and that's something you can never really change yourself. Content creation is gonna move, and if you don't move with it, it's gonna leave you behind. And that's something that's really hard to realize, but once you do realize, you're like, I gotta keep on top of this. And that's why it's so hard to get back into it after me taking these breaks, because it's like YouTube and Twitch and all these social medias can change so much in the time that you take a break, and then you're completely out of it and have to relearn everything. But I think I've changed more as a creator in the last year. For our next question is, what's a moment while creating that made you feel truly vulnerable in front of your audience? I'd say that it was definitely, I have to say, it was in these last, it's in the last year where I thought to myself, oh yeah, I forgot I can be, I can show who I truly am, even while playing all these games, through Donkey Kong Bonanza and through the ZA, DLC. I'm able to tell people my true thoughts on these things, and I don't have to hold back and be like, oh yeah, I really like the game, even though I got mad so many times. I really like this game, and I think that it's amazing. I'm able to be like, oh my god, that level was not really well balanced, and myself, I don't feel as if that should have been part of it. Or this storyline is not very good. I'm still enjoying it, but I feel as if it could be better like this. And it's been really nice to be able to really let that stuff out and not have the whole community go pile on me. Oh my god, you're wrong, dude. This is actually the best thing in the whole world, and I think that you're extremely dumb and an idiot for not thinking that. Just it's been nice to give my true thoughts as opposed to kind of toning myself back. For the next question, we have, have you ever shared something in your content that you weren't ready to share to talk about in real life? Yes, actually, in one of my recent streams. I was going, swapping through the game line, and I was trying to get to the Game Awards, because that was the night of the Game Awards, and when I was going to the Game Awards, I accidentally leaked my full name. Obviously, I took that stream down as fast as I could. There's no, I can't find that anywhere at all now. But it was a very scary time. I said that it wasn't just a few, 20 days ago. But it was scary, because, that's something really personal to me. Then I just leaked it to, 10 people that didn't know that before. So that was extremely scary to experience, and I I don't think I ever will be ready to share my real name and where I live. I hope I don't ever tell anyone where I live. But maybe when I move out, who knows? For the next question we have, what's a memory from your early days of creating that still makes you emotional when you think about it? With thinking back to my first ever streams and how I did not know I did not know what I was doing. I did not have a good voice or anything. And I had never watched any VTubers, but I saw them. I thought, oh my god, this little model thing is so cute. Let me try downloading a really quick software. Let me just try this without researching anything. I look back and I'm like, again, I wish that I could still think like that, and I could still be like, oh my god, people are gonna love this, and then it's like horrible quality and horrible model and everything like that. And I wish I could still think like that, and it makes me so sad, boys. I reminisce on that sometimes. I'm like, because there's so many streams I never posted. So I was like, oh my goodness, I wish I could go back and like remember that time. I think I still have the model on one of my hard drives, but it's really just thinking back on that. Our next question is, has creating content ever changed the way you see yourself in everyday life? Not really. Definitely like when one of my friends like sends me a clip of something that I said like on stream or in a video, and they're like, what does this mean? I'm like, oh, that's that. And like I have to explain myself on that. But really, no, it's never changed like my everyday life. I'm still the same person I was before I started streaming. Like, I have the same personality, everything. Nothing was changed about that. I'm not cocky or anything. I'm like, oh, I have this many fans, so you can't talk to me. Like, I'm not like that. But it's definitely changed the way that I view other people. Where, like, I'll watch a video, I'm like, oh, I know how to do that in my editing software, too. Or, like, I'll watch another stream, I'm like, oh my god, they use the same software as me, and everything like that. So, I don't see myself any different, but it's helped open my eyes to, like, other people and how they're able to perceive things. For our next question, are you excited for 2026? I really am, and I hope that this year I'm more consistent with content and stuff like that. But in general, I really am excited for 2026 and to just be able to make more content, make more people smile, and all that. For the next question, you have, why do you use a robot voice? I use a Zay voice. It's actually, now I'm going to that, but I use a virtual voice because I find the concept of being 100% anonymous online a really interesting thing. And it's been really cool to be able to do that because people have said, oh my god, you're probably a stat man. Bro, how did you know that? No. But it's been a lot of fun to be able to be anonymous and still be able to have a bunch of people that like look not up to me, because I don't think anyone looks up to me. I don't really want anyone to look up to me, but like have community of people that are supportive and nice, and I don't have my real identity online. And for our last question, we have, do you want to focus on just content creation or do you want to get a real job? I'd say, I don't know what you mean by real job, man. This is my real job. I live in my clum's basement. No, of course not. If this does work out, I really do want to, continue doing content creation because it's a lot of fun, obviously. Dude, playing video games all day is too hard and I can't do it, so I kind of give up and get like a 9-to-5 at the McDonald's. But, like, really, it's a lot of fun, and I love being able to talk to people who are like me, and things like that. I also really love editing, like, videos and things like that. That's always been a lot of fun. And if I did want to get what you would call a real job, that's not online, I do want to, pursue education, if possible. That would be a lot of fun to be able to do, but, yeah, I think of this as a decently real job, but if it comes to it, I still have editing behind my back or education behind my back. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end it there. We had a lot of good questions, and I'm glad I was able to like tell you guys more about me, obviously. But yeah, I had a lot of fun answering you guys' questions, and I hope to make more content. And oh wow, it's 2026 now. It's not when I'm recording this, but for you guys when this is getting posted. for EST, this is getting posted. I think when the ball drops, I think. So happy 2026 to everyone who's watching this. And I will see you guys very, very soon. I don't have an idea what I'm doing next, but I'm gonna do something chin. And love you guys.